What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy John, coming at you with another video. It's good. It's a good time to make a video. Funnily enough, it's not busy today. It looks like I'm in a park. I am technically in a park, but then I'm also in a very big park. It's not like one of your, English parks where it's like a fucking square, a patch of square greenery where there's some machines to jump on and potentially die and hurt yourself on. I mean, it's just pathetic, sad. There's one like that just behind me, but this is actually a proper park. It reminds me of those Canadian American national parks. It's obviously not as big as those, but this is the biggest one I've ever been in the UK. I know there's more, but in my experience, this is the only one that I've ever seen when it comes to being big. A big park that I can actually walk a lot in, walk miles kind of. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. Now I'm sure some of you, many of you, some of you, maybe none of you, who the fuck knows, have been told by a girl you got rejected or something, and you were told by the girl that you're too nice, or someone told you that you're too nice, or your mum even said you're too nice. What the fuck do they mean when they say that? Because I spent many years figuring out what that means, and at first I thought it just meant you're a simp, you're a fucking loser, you're nice guy, pushover, right? You got no balls, you're a pansy, you're a sissy, all this shit. Okay, kind of does mean that, but it also doesn't. It also means something else, which I figured out, and it's so simple. It's such common sense, but you just don't see it, you don't realize it, and it kind of makes you a bit pissed off at, the society's conditioning. But it doesn't matter, because that's what society does. It civilizes you, and in civilizing you, it takes away your instincts. What was that quote? It was in Rocky, wasn't it? Where he goes up to Rocky and he says, the worst things happen to you that could ever happen to any fighter. This is Mickey. Mickey says this to Rocky. Mickey is his mentor, his tutor. And he says to Rocky, in like the third or the fourth film, he says that the worst thing has happened to you, and it's the worst thing that could ever happen to a fighter. And it's that you got civilized. You got civilized. You lost your brute animal instincts. You lost your hunger. You lost your aggression. You lost it. You've become civilized. You become normal. You become a citizen, a social being, a social member. And there's great truth in that quote when it comes to men and the current predicament of society, because what society does, it civilizes man, it civilizes you, it civilizes me, it takes away our brute animal instincts, and it turns you into a gentleman. Society wants you to be a gentleman, not a barbarian, but women will still want you to remain or retain some of your brute instincts. Don't blame society for this, because this is just what society does. They have to take away the lion's claws if the lion's gonna fucking live with them. Yeah, has to happen. It's inevitable. Okay, so don't blame anyone. I don't blame your mum or your women or society, because this is just what happens. I mean, when I was growing up, my mum would always discourage fighting, always discourage any kind of aggression or whatever. Fuck, it's starting to rain. Always, basically took away my animal instincts. But it's up to me to bring them back now at this age. It's up to me to learn, retain, grow, and bring them back. It's not up to my mum. It's not her problem. It's not. She was just doing what she was meant to do, following society's instruction. But the nice guy syndrome, basically, when a girl says you're a nice guy, what she means is you're too polite. Really, you're too polite. You're not saying what you want. You're not saying what you want from her, or in the situation. You're not even saying whether you like this girl or you want her. You're being polite about it. That's what she's saying. She's just saying you're too polite. You're not being honest. You're not just saying what you want. And when you see the kind of guys the girls get with, you and me and other people may look at them and say, oh, they're just low-life douchebags. Why would she get with them? It's because they're not polite. Most of these guys weren't raised in the same situations as you and me. Now, in the past, everyone was raised like that. Like in the 1800s, where social etiquette was a big deal, everyone was raised like that. And you had to be you had to have that etiquette if you wanted to even survive in society in general. You couldn't survive without it. It was frowned upon, it was looked down upon, it was very, very, very taboo in that society. We don't live in that society anymore. We've got some social norms, of course, we've got some social etiquette, but really, nowadays, we don't really have any main class system. Only in certain societies and certain places do we have that still remain, but in most normal society, it's not there anymore. So, I'm not telling guys, no one's ever told you to be a douchebag or an asshole or I'm gonna start walking. No one's told you to be a jerk. In fact, being a jerk is going to be seen as more of dishonesty, because that's just not who you are. It's not in my nature to be a jerk and an arsehole for the sake of it. It ain't. And when I've tried to pretend to be one, it's just come across as cringy and weird. And most importantly, I've looked at myself as being a douchebag. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You changing yourself for a girl, bro? What a weirdo. What you really do is you just say it how it is. You just say how it is. You like a girl, you're talking to a girl, you like her, you see her, whatever. You need to practice being honest. And when I say practice being honest, I mean practice just saying what you want. Just saying what you want. Like, it's so simple. And it was missing me. It was right under my nose for many, many fucking years, where the girl ain't gonna do it for you. She's not gonna do it for you. She's not gonna. She'll smile at you. She'll put herself next to you. She'll give you hints. Very rarely does it happen when the girl actually says, "Fuck it, no, I like you. Let's go do something." Like, you're gonna ever ask me out. She's gonna get frustrated, and sometimes they say, "I've been waiting for you to ask me out for years. You never did, so I just moved on." It's like, in your head, you're thinking, "Why the fuck would you not tell me this?" But in reality, it's the man's job to make it happen. Which is why when you see like the losers or the douchebags get the girls, the only reason they do is because they just say what's up, and they say it really, really honestly and congruently. Okay, I think I've said enough. Nice guy syndrome. Basically, you've got to deprogram yourself from the bullshit you've acquired in your life. And that's about it. There's really nothing more you will be doing. So, I tried to pause the video because I was going to jump over this fence, but I guess I'm going to end it now. Alright, hope you enjoyed this video, hope it was useful, and yeah, get back to me if you want to know anything else. Right, take it easy, see ya.